Hey y'all, welcome back to Unpolished. Today's going to be one of those most honest episodes I've ever done, I think. I did a Becoming Me a few weeks ago, but this one is more my heart. The Becoming Me was very raw, very honest, but it focused on my past. And what I really want to do today is I really want to focus on my future because it's been heavy on my heart. And I invited someone here who's seen pieces of me on this journey. Y'all know Kason. He's going to help guide the conversation, ask me questions. Some of these questions you guys have asked in the comments. And we're going to keep me talking through this thing in parts I usually try to rush past or hide. Okay, I'm ready. I'm kind of nervous about some of these questions because I have not seen the list of 51 questions you have to ask me.
Well, girl, we're finna get this thing started.
Okay.
So my first question is, what did 2025 look like for you?
2025, last year. It was a mess of everything. Honestly, 2025 broke me down. I spent most of the year in survival mode, and I realized that I spent most of my life in survival mode. I wasn't thriving in 2025. I thought I was thriving at that time, but sometimes we don't understand how deep in mess we are until we get out of it and we get cleaned from it. You know, I was barely breathing. I woke up tired. I went to bed tired. I carried emotional weight nobody saw. At that time, nobody saw it. But now looking back, I look at videos and pictures and I'm like, I look so defeated. And I have so many people tell me now, you look so much happier. You're glowing so much. And I just feel like a weight has literally been lifted off of me.
Rock that boo.
I did everything alone. I felt like I parented, worked, survived, while pretending everything was fine. And I pretended everything was fine so long that it just became my norm. Inside I was drowning. And because I was wore down, I started settling for situations and people who didn't reflect who I really am.
Woo, honey. I need a break after that.
It was a lot, wasn't it?
Too much. But you know what? We all know what you've been through in 2025. Last week you told me something changed, and that's what we want to focus on. We want to focus on the growth and the change and the new things coming.
Yeah, new thing coming.
So as we get into that, I want to know what changed last Thursday.
So last Thursday, and I actually posted this video about this yesterday. My video postings are a few days behind than real time. But I woke up hungry. I felt like something snapped spiritually. I wanted to live again. Fully. I felt God pulling me up, calling me higher. I wanted to walk in my calling. I can't explain it. I wasn't mad. I wasn't sad. I wasn't angry. I was none of those things anymore. I just felt like I wanted to empower people. I wanted everyone to feel the strength that I was feeling in that moment. I wanted to help my community. I wanted to set example for kids, grow my skincare business, my books, my podcast, build something that outlives me. I'm all my kids have. Jennifer reminded me that in the gym this morning, and I really want to build a legacy for my kids. And I woke up feeling like Rocky. When he was feeling in that movie. Do you know that movie, Rocky? When he was da-na-na, da-na-na, running up them steps. You're too young for that. You don't know.
Girl, I'm over here lost.
I'm going to have to tell Misty she needs to introduce you to Rocky.
But I do know Respucia and Norbit, boo.
What is that?
You don't know Norbit?
Norbit?
You've never watched Norbit?
No. What is that?
Oh, just wait till you get back from your trip. We gonna watch Norbit.
Is that Eddie Murphy?
Yeah.
Where he was the fat guy?
No.
No, that's Nutty Professor.
Respucia. Hey,
I don't know that.
Okay,
Anyway, we just got off topic. I just woke up and it's like something clicked. And I'm like, you know what? I have settled for too long. I've been hurt for too long. I want to move forward. We're going into a new year. I need to really think about what I want to pray on, what I want to focus on, what I want to fast from, I really need to see and focus on where I want my life to go from here, because I feel like everything did like a complete 360 turn. And I feel like I settled while I was married, but then coming out of my marriage, I settled with so many things because I fully started over. And now I feel like, okay, you knocked me down 3, 4, 5, 6 times. I got back on my feet. I got back to my knees. I got back on my feet and I was doing good. But now I got a full breath in me again. I got full life in me again, and I'm ready to take off and run and go. And so it's really like, where do I go from here?
I know I said we're not going to backtrack and talk about the past because we're focusing on your future. But we got to talk about this.
Okay. What was that?
I know last night was tough. Can you explain what happened?
Last night?
Yes, last night.
Last night, Liv's game.
And I'm just going to say this. 6 months ago till now,
yeah,
seeing what happened last night, I've seen so much growth in you.
Yeah.
Because 6 months ago,
I would have flipped that whole gym over. I would have turned that gym out.
And probably would have tore up that
and
gravel
I would have had to tell you, you're going to have to come get me. You know?
I would have been taking Lid to school this morning.
You would have been taking Lid to school this morning.
So let's talk about it.
Okay. Because I did tell you last night, I was like, I'm ready to, you know, and then I stopped and I prayed about it. And so basically what happened was, you know, Lid had a basketball game yesterday. She had 2 games. She had a game at 4 o'clock and 5 o'clock. And, several of y'all were there from the church. You know, y'all were my friends. Y'all were not just like, it was not a church event. Y'all were my friends, right? And I didn't know Lid was going to play in the 4 o'clock game, so I was a few minutes late. And thank God y'all saved me a seat where y'all saved me on that side, you know. And, you know, I was just sitting there watching Lid, and, that's when y'all told me that the ex had walked in the other side of the gym to watch her play. And it really fired me up in the moment. I don't think it made me mad for me. I think it hurt me for her, because she's made it very clear her boundaries of no, I don't want no contact, of no, I don't want, you know, him anywhere near me. And so my main concern was, how was Lid going to feel in that moment? Because there's 2 things. I mean, you can do whatever you want to me, but if you hurt my baby,
right,
then Mama Bear is coming out. So I the entire time I was watching her and I was monitoring her, and I was like, I don't want her to see him and get upset, because you know the things that have happened in the past, similar situations. This is the first one that we've had like this in a couple months. I did not want her to lose her mind and have panic attacks and do whatever, because she saw him and shut down him.
During the game.
Right, during the game. Because I've grown, but not only have I grown, she has grown so much. And I was so scared of how she was going to act, and I didn't tell her, I didn't text her, I didn't do anything, you know.
And she handled it like a pro.
She handled it like a pro.
So we didn't know till after the game that she already knew.
Yeah, she already knew. She said that her teammates had said, you know, he's here, and, you know, and she handled it well.
She just focused on the ball game.
She just focused on the game, and she was like, you know, I can't control if he's here or not. I don't want to talk to him. I don't want to go around him, but, you know, can we go get something to eat? And we did. And I think I handled it well, because I feel like a few months ago I would have went off. Like, I would have went off.
The deep end.
And it probably would have ruined my day for the next week or 2 weeks. And I probably would have been calling my therapist, like, saying, we really need to talk about this.
Right. Well, speaking of that, how did you move past that this morning?
Well, I mean, last night we ate, and I come home, and I sat in the bed, and I really thought about it. And it was just so weird, because I was like, I just posted the video yesterday when I got out of the gym of how I'm ready for 2026, and I'm ready for new things to come, and I'm ready to release all this baggage in 2025. And I'm like, you know what? I just posted that video of how well I feel and how great I feel, and now this mess has happened. And I was like, I got so many new things coming in 2026, like so many great things I've been working on and focusing everything on. Like, I cannot let that moment get me off track to ruin my move, because I'm heavy on what the scripture says. The enemy comes to kill, steal, and destroy. And I was not about to let anything steal my joy in that moment. You know, the word says no weapon formed against me shall prosper, and I was not going to let it prosper in that moment. So I woke up this morning and I said, you know what? The vengeance is not mine. I prayed about it on the treadmill this morning. Before my leg workout, I was like, you know what? Vengeance is not mine. It's God. I refuse to return to a season God rescued me from. You know, one moment is not going to undo all these months of healing. I have spent too much time in too many months of healings to let that one moment of him showing up at a basketball game ruining everything I've worked hard for. I've spent too much time going forward. I ain't going backwards no more, ever again. And so I just kept that mindset, and I feel good. And I text her today. I'm like, how do you feel? She said, I feel good. And I said, you know what? I said, if you want that relationship, you know, because she doesn't, I mean, he's been in her life since she was like 2. You know, and her biological dad is dead. I'm like, if you want that relationship, I'm not going to stand in your way.
Because that's what she knows.
Yeah, that's what she knows. She knows him. She's comfortable. But you heard it on the podcast yourself last week when she was like, I don't have any good memories for the holidays.
And she even said that last night at dinner.
Yeah, she did. And so I told her, I'm like, look, my goal as a mom is to make sure you are okay. I want to make sure you are okay. If you want that relationship, I'm open to being supportive of how I need to be supportive for you to have that relationship. But if you don't want it, then I'm here to help you set those boundaries with that. And she was like, you know what? I'm good. I focused on my game. We left, we ate. I'm happy with that. And so I left it at that. And I'll keep those lines of communication open with me and her going forward. If anything like that happens again, I'm sure it will. I'm sure it will. You know, but you know that. But like, I also have to be cognizant of how I behave because it will upset her. You know what I'm saying? Had I went over there and was like, you need to leave, she would have saw that and that would have upset her more.
Right.
And so I'm also learning that, like,
Lyd seeing you upset would have triggered her. And it just would have been a whirlwind.
Yep. But now, like, when I sit here and I think about it right now, when I was standing in those bleachers, all that nervous energy that I felt, like the anxiety, it was just, I was so overwhelmed with emotion in that moment. And I realized when I was praying on the treadmill this morning that I felt those exact emotions while I was in it all the time. All the time, I was so anxious and nervous and upset like that all the time. Like, I couldn't focus. I couldn't concentrate. My mind was going a million different places. I was just, and I'm sitting here now and I just thought of this. God is not the author of confusion. And that's what I felt in that moment in the stands, was confusion there with him there. I felt confusion for so many months when I lived in that house, when I was married. And now that I'm out of it and I'm away from it, I just feel the peace, and I don't want to sacrifice that for anything.
Period, honey. Whew, honey. All that happened on the treadmill? All them thoughts?
Yeah, I was praying on the treadmill this morning, Casey.
You pray on the treadmill every morning?
Yeah, me and the Lord have talks on the treadmills quite frequently.
See, I love that, because that's more like a friendship than just going to pray when you just need something.
Oh, no. Me and him, we talk frequently all the time.
Okay, period. But do them folks not look at you crazy up there?
The folks in the gym?
Yeah, just talking to yourself.
Oh, yeah, all the time.
Whew, honey.
I'm going to talk to the Lord again when I go to the treadmill again tonight.
But you went this morning. So you telling me you're finna go 2 times today?
Baby, I'm about to be 43 in 16 days.
Okay, be 43.
We getting it.
Looking 34.
Right. We are getting it in twice a day. We were going to be talking to the Lord on the treadmill twice a day.
Round of applause for Jesus.
Jesus.
So I got a question.
Oh, my Lord. What?
Are you going to the gym to pray?
Uh-huh.
Or are you going to see a man?
What?
You heard me?
The only man I see is my daddy when he shows up to the gym.
Okay, there's
lots of men in there if you want to talk about
anybody cute that I need to go to the gym for? Girl, anyways, we're going to talk about it later, because I got some questions about that side of the story, boo.
Oh, okay. Yes, ma'am.
Whew, honey. Your ADHD got me over here thrown off.
I'm sorry. I'm about to drink my Dr. Pepper Zero.
Okay, period. But while you do that, let's get back on track.
Okay. Back on track. Back in black. What's that?
Boom, 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 boom.
That was the AC/DC song. You done messed it up. Oh, my gosh.
Sorry.
Okay, so what you want to know now?
What I want to know now is, why did you feel called to create your skincare line?
Well, that's one of the things that I was praying about on the treadmill this morning. I was praying about the
Oh, so you were
skincare.
just up there just talking.
I was just talking to the Lord. I was talking about my skincare line. I was talking about the books. I was talking about my podcast. I was talking about everything going on in my life. Like, cause I want to make sure that I'm walking in His purpose and everything is lining up for me. So skincare. I love skincare. Like, it is my jam. It is my thing. It gives me a moment to take care of me where I can breathe and focus on myself. You know, it's personal. It represents healing. For years, I didn't take care of myself because I was taking care of everybody else. You know, and when I finally started healing, skincare became the first act of self-respect. Like, my brand, Unpolished Beauty, it's beauty with a backbone. It's built on realness and confidence. I want women to feel worthy, you know, taking care of themselves. I want to expand and grow and really empower other women.
And I love that. And I cannot wait to try out this skincare.
I know. I'm
ready.
So excited.
I'm ready for the
I am
skincare.
so excited.
I'm ready for the skincare, but I'm mostly ready for the makeup.
Hopefully, maybe we'll see if
We'll
we get
talk
to
about
makeup.
it. We'll get there.
We gotta get going with the skincare first.
Well, I got
One thing at a time.
I got some questions about the skincare.
Okay, we'll go.
You
Go.
ready?
Yeah, go.
So when is this launching?
February 1st, 2026. That gives you time to get all your Christmas shopping done. That gives you time to get together your new year, new me, your priorities together. You know, it's just in time for Valentine's Day because you're going to have to love you first and you're going to have to take care of you first before anybody else can love you. You know, in 2026, I'm focusing on me and loving me. So I feel like February 1st is a good date to launch.
I love that. And give time for folks to get their money back up, boo.
Right.
Because thank you. Okay, I got a few more questions.
Okay, let's go.
Okay. What do you want women to feel when they're using your products?
I want them to feel empowered. I want them to feel that they are taking a moment out of their day to breathe in, breathe out, to breathe in some goodness, some wholeness, some words of affirmation or whatever, and just to release all that negativity. And I want them to focus on themselves and to have a quiet moment to meditate and take care of themselves while they're in their skincare.
And I love that. Just put a little moisturizer on and just...
Yeah. Get ready for the day.
Get into it.
Get into it. That's right.
Okay, I got a few more.
Okay, let's
just
go.
Just not the skincare, just a few more, you know. What's your long-term vision?
My long-term vision, obviously, I'm a mama, so I want to create a legacy for my kids, but I really want to build up and empower women and to create a brand that shows that we are so strong despite all of the hurdles and the things we go to. You know, I'm big in the community, so I definitely want to branch out and do community things. And I don't know, we'll see. That's one thing I'm praying on. Like, Lord, what kind of doors are you going to open with this? And so I'm just going to let Him lead the way and trust in Him. And, you know, He knows the plans He has for me.
Don't he, honey?
He does.
Have you faced any challenges during this, or has it been smooth like I want my face to be with this skincare brand, or what?
If you want me to be honest, there are everyday challenges in life. I mean, especially when you're building things or you're starting businesses, there's always challenges and hurdles. But if I'm going to be honest, my biggest challenge every day is this thing inside of my head, my brain telling me that I'm not good enough, or my brain telling me that I'm going to fail, or my brain laughing at me like, are you crazy? You can't do this. And that's part of being in survivor mode for so long. That's part of being stuck with people who have, belittled you and held you back. And I tell my kids all the time, 3 seconds it takes to say a negative word to someone, and that would sit with them for 5 or 6 years. So my biggest challenge while doing anything that I do, whether it's this skincare, writing books, this podcast, whatever, is fighting those negative words in my head that other people have put in my head that I've let live there rent free. That is my biggest challenge, of overcoming those negative thoughts and having to fight through that every single day. And that's my biggest flaw, is sometimes I let other people get in my head and let them try to deter me or hold me back. And that's one thing I've been fighting through this entire year.
The only advice I can give, because you seem to be doing the dang thing, is don't let that brain be an enemy.
I know it. And you know, I'm trying. Every day's a new day.
Well, with that being said, Unpolished is coming February 1st, 2026.
Yes, it is. And I'm so
excited. Save your money, boo. Save that money. But I think it's time for us to move on to the next topic.
Okay, next topic. What you got?
So when you was on the treadmill the first time, because we already established you going back a second time tonight, which is just
talking
wild.
to the Lord. Yes.
Yeah, just
talking to the big guy. Uh-huh.
Period. Maybe I need to get up there at that gym.
Yeah, you could be a big guy talking to the big guy. Oh, you're not laughing.
Girl, boo. Anyways.
Okay, my bad.
Well, you said you was talking, you was praying about your books and your podcast. Let's talk about them too.
Okay. All right. My books are literally the most vulnerable thing I've ever done. I have been a writer for years. I've wrote books and wrote books and wrote books. Like, I remember as a kid, I would just write all the time. It was like my escape from, some of the bad things that happened when I was a kid. I would just like go into my own little world, writing books and poems and different things. And so my books are really my heart on paper. They're pieces of my story. My devotional is chapters God wrote in me. And I hope women see themselves in my writing. My first devotional released last month. I have a second devotional that's going to be releasing the end of December. Duke has a children's book that's releasing this week. I love the kids. I love reading to the kids. I mean, one of my favorite things is going to my friend Heather and Zach's class, reading to the little kids.
They just asked you when the coloring book was dropping.
Right. I'm going to do a coloring book. It's coming out right before Christmas, and that's something I'm super excited about. But that coloring book is for kids, and I did not know so many adults do coloring books. Did you?
For real?
Yeah, the coloring books. Do you?
That could be therapeutic.
Right. I've had so many people say, okay, that's awesome. I want the coloring book for my kid, but I need a coloring book for me. And so right now I'm brainstorming of what type of coloring book I can do for an adult. I don't know. When I was younger, I used to do those Scrabble find the word things. Mm-hmm. But I don't know. So we got a kids coloring book coming in a couple of weeks. Maybe I'll do an adult coloring book. In 2026.
Would it be more of a story, or would it be more of a like an
activity book? I don't know.
Or just different pages with different sayings on them.
I don't know. Maybe we need to ask them on here that's listening. They need.
Yeah. What do y'all want?
What do y'all want? Right. Tell us in the comments. What kind of coloring book you want? But I wrote a novel. It's releasing too, the first of the year. It's a romance mystery type novel.
I can't wait to read that.
300 and something pages.
Yeah.
So
I don't have time.
Well, Lyd wanted to watch something on Netflix for an entire weekend. I wasn't feeling well.
About Stranger Things.
No, it was something. The Summer I Turned Pretty.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, she watched that and she was like, "We're gonna sit here the whole time and we're gonna watch Netflix and we're just gonna eat snacks and watch that." And I'm like, "Okay, cool." And then I'm like, "What do I do with my hands?" Because I have to be doing more than one thing at once. That's when you
dig in the bucket for popcorn and eat.
Well, I wasn't. So I wrote a novel that entire weekend, 300 and something pages. And so we're leaving.
Did you watch the movie?
I watched it, yeah.
Girl, boo, you know you did not watch it.
I did.
You was watching you right.
Lies. So anyway, I'm taking Lyd to Disney Thursday. I'm not driving. Jennifer's driving.
Shout out to Jennifer.
So I'm going to take my MacBook. That's what it's called, right?
You said MacBook because Jennifer must be speeding. Y'all finna be on the way, honey.
Well, I took my MacBook and I'm just going to be typing out that novel because I've already got it wrote it down. I'm going to type it while she drives. You
won't get car sick?
I don't know. I hope not.
Lord, I hope not.
But either. I told her, I said, we're going to have to stop to Buc-ee's because I'm going to have to get that steak and onion and pepper.
Philly cheesesteak?
Yes. It's a wrap.
Period.
You ever been to Buc-ee's?
Yeah, I've been to Buc-ee's.
Oh, okay. I was going to say.
Girl.
So anyway.
I tear them salted caramel nuts down, honey.
The who?
Them salted caramel nuts.
I ain't never had them.
They're like hot. It might be almond. No, they're the peanuts.
I don't know.
They're like in the heater. They're like in that warmer thing.
Oh.
They come in like a cone looking thing wrapper.
Oh, well, I ain't never had them. Okay, well. So
why do we keep getting off track? We might both have ADHD.
Well, you got something to be stuck with me every day. So anywho, that's my books. So I have Duke's book releasing this week and a coloring book. I have a novel coming out, my second devotional, and then I have my grief journal. And then Griffey has a book coming out of when he was in the hospital sick. Speaking of Griffey, tomorrow, Kobe goes to the doctor.
So she might have a book coming out.
She might have a book coming out of how Kobe became a mama. We're going to see. Because all my kids' books are based on true stories.
Baby mama.
It's my baby mama. I'm on child support.
With no job, Duke. Get up, boo-boo, and hit the road, too. You gotta bring that money home, cause it ain't free. Let's get back to the podcast. Okay.
Speaking of podcast,
where do you see the podcast going?
oh my God, it's going to hell. The way we going over here with it,
I
ain't
was
going
going to say
nowhere.
it was going good because these folks is getting entertained.
Oh, entertained.
Yes, hopefully they're not spitting up that Dr. Pepper Zero.
Oh, let me take a swig.
Yeah, my mouth is a little dry with that laughing.
Where do I see the podcast going? Well, Courtney just started the email. We've had people write in and send in their stories of how they want to share their testimony. They want to share their hurdles, things they've overcome. You know, they want to share their story. So right now, Courtney's going through those emails. She and I are working together. I think I have 2 calendar appointments this month for 2 women to share their stories.
And I heard them was going to be some good stories.
Yes, they are good stories. And I mean, I have room to take on more. And the good thing is you don't have to be local. We could do it via Zoom. I'm cool with that. The only thing is we have to make sure, you know, that we can't always tell names and name drop. Right. You know, I don't want to get sued.
Exactly.
But that's where I see that going. For it to grow and people to share their stories and people to feel like I'm not alone. I went through that too. You know, and so.
Well, with me just getting on here and talking about, you know, my past and what I went through a few weeks ago. I've looked at some of the comments and a lot of people have been through the same thing.
Yeah.
So not everybody's alone.
So the podcast, we just going.
Keep on rolling.
Gonna keep on. How's the song go?
I don't know. We're just going to keep on rolling. Anyways, we're going to roll into the next topic, boo.
Okay.
You ready? This is what everybody been waiting on.
What?
You better hold on, boo. Hold on to your Dr. Pepper.
Is this what most people were about asking questions about?
Yes, all in the live this morning.
Well, we're going to have to take a break. We're going to have to take a 10, like a Chuck Woolery 2 and 2 from that dating show 2 and 2.
Anyways, we're just going to take a time out. Are you buckled up?
I'm ready. What we got? I'm nervous because I know how you are.
Honey.
What?
This might make the rest of them lashes fall out.
I ain't got the 4.
Me too. That girl told me my lashes look good. Girl, boo.
That's what we need to focus on 2026. When somebody gives you a compliment, you need to take the compliment. You need to accept
and walk with it.
And walk with it and say thank you. We should not be obligated to feel like we need to compliment somebody just because they complimented us.
Right, because you know how that saying tit for tat. We don't have to go compliment for compliment.
No. I mean, you told her, you was like, you are so pretty. And then I felt like in the moment she didn't know how to take a compliment, which is really sad because I felt like that woman too, you know? And we need to really learn on how to take compliments and how to accept them and tell someone thank you instead of struggle to give the other person a compliment back.
Like, she was so beautiful, but when she was looking at me, I could tell she was like trying to either look at my hair or look at my lashes to give me a compliment.
Right. And it just made me sad for her because I'm like, she doesn't know how to absorb love that someone else has given her.
Right.
You know, it made me sad. And I think we all struggle with that.
Even me too.
Yeah. And I feel myself, you know, someone tells me something good, and so I'm expecting that they want something in return.
Right.
Sometimes we just need to accept the love from other people instead of thinking they're going to want something in return.
Period. We just got off topic again, but that's a good... That might be if I need to be a... Dang.
Oh, can you not talk?
You know what I'm sounding like? Anyways, that might be a good podcast for another episode. Talking about that.
Yeah, it would. And I mean, I fear that I'm going to feel that way if I ever get involved with someone again.
Well, goody. That's the next topic.
What?
Are you open to dating again?
Oh, my God. Oh, my gosh. Am I open to dating again?
Even though they already think we date, so...
Oh, my gosh. No, we don't date. You're just like my kid.
Well, them folks at Chipotle sure did take a picture and say, "Look at them dating."
They did months ago after my divorce. They took a picture
in August.
In August, they took a picture of Kason and me, and they was like, "Oh, I think West Georgia Mama has a new friend or girlfriend or something." It was something weird.
Yeah.
I don't know. But am I open to dating again? You got a whole list of questions regarding this, don't you?
Yeah, I have a total of 51 questions, and this takes up about 50.
Okay, am I open to dating again? Slowly, with boundaries, with discernment. I'm open, but I'm not rushing. Healing comes first.
Definitely healing comes first.
Right. And you cannot expect someone else to heal you. Two broken people are not going to work. You have to have two fully healed people. You cannot bleed together. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, when the time is right, said the Lord. But if you want me to be honest, I've not looked in, no one appears attractive to me. I mean, Paul Walker, but he's dead.
Well, it's okay, because I'll make you a Tinder account, boo.
I do not want Tinder.
Well, I got some questions regarding...
Okay, well, let me hear them. These are from the people, aren't they?
Yeah.
Okay. These are questions y'all want to know. Huh? Okay, let's go.
You can't just put the blame on them, because this is me too, boo.
Oh, okay. Y'all in it together.
Me and them followers was being messy.
Y'all were being messy. Okay.
What would someone have to bring to the table to be with Crystal Williamson?
They're going to have to bring a full farm. It ain't no table, baby. It's a full farm.
With like 15 acres?
12, I do.
12? Girl, boo! Where you finna get that?
I don't know. What are they going to have to bring to the table? It's so much. I feel like my requirement list is a lot.
I don't know if they got that on Tinder.
I told you. I'm definitely going to have, first and foremost, he's going to have prayed for me to come into his life for a very long time before I come into his life.
He needed to be praying out the womb.
I mean, he's going to have to be strong spiritually and with the Lord. He's going to have to be equally, yes. Because, I mean, I can get up and I can give you a word. And
you need a word back.
And he's going to have to give me a word back. He's going to have to be a strong man. And he is going to have to lead.
Oh, I thought you was going to say leave. And I was going to say, dang.
Well, he might have to leave. If he gets on my nerves. Right. But he is going to really have to lead me. Or it's not going to work. He's spiritual. He's going to have to spiritually be strong. And I say that because I'm a very independent woman. I'm very strong-willed. I'm very motivated. I'm very driven. And if a man is not strong and he's not strong in his faith and he's not strong in who he is, I feel like he's just going to be weak and tore down, and he's not going to be able to keep up with me. I feel like he's going to find a woman that he is less intimidated by. You know what I'm saying? Does that make sense?
Yeah, because you know why?
Why?
You are that girl.
Okay.
Next question, boo. What does a healthy relationship look like to you now?
Oh my gosh, a healthy relationship now? If I could envision a healthy relationship, if I was in a healthy relationship, it's space.
I could agree because, boo, I need my own space sometimes.
I don't need you calling me all day. I don't need you asking me a million questions all day. You don't need to have my location at all times.
I was just going to say that Life 360 ruined it for everybody. Or that Find My iPhone, that checking the location. Boo, you need to be working instead of looking at my location.
Right. We have to have our individuality. We have to have our own lives. And then we have to come together as one. But you cannot be up under my tail all day long because you are afraid of someone. I don't know what you could be afraid of. I got to have some space. Some separation is good.
And for somebody to be able to, I don't want to say it like this, but to deal with you or to date you or even, anyway, they're going to need to have no trust issues. I know everybody got a little trust issues, but
there can be no secrets. if we are in this and we are decided, hey, we're going to be together and this is what we're going to do, we don't have no secrets. It ain't me 3 years later finding out you've been married 4 times because you done lied to me.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It ain't you not trusting me, wanting to go through my phone when I'm sleeping, or putting the iTag tracker on my car, you know, or pulling into parking spaces, watching me when I walk out. That is not healthy at all, ever.
No.
You know, I should never feel afraid to say what's on my mind or communicate my needs to you because I'm afraid of the repercussions, or vice versa. I feel like it's a lot. I feel like there's a lot of work that is involved when 2 people are in a relationship, and the world is so crazy now, and the world can get them pulled off track so easily. You have to have lines of communication open. And it scares me because so many people have secrets. So many people have the internal demons they're battling that they don't want to deal with. I have worked so hard to get my peace that I'm so afraid that someone else is going to try to take that from me again. So I feel like that's probably why I've not found anyone that I'm like, yeah, I would probably date them, because no. And to me, it's far more than looks. You know? What I mean, if you said, Crystal, what are you looking for in a man? I may tell you, 6'2" with some work boots on, with a flannel, with some Levi's, you know, some dark hair, some light colored eyes, a nice little tan would be pretty, some tattoos, you know, maybe play.
Well, honey, don't you got that down to a pat?
Maybe play the guitar a little bit, you know, put a little nice hat on backwards or whatever. That's fine.
I don't think us where we live is gonna have that, but we might gotta move
To where, Nashville?
Somewhere. Because you just explained Blake Shelton to me. No, I'm just like...
Riley Green!
Right. Ooh, no.
Okay. But it's far more than looks to me. Like, you're going to have to be independent. I am not your mother.
Thank you. Give it up for that.
I am not your mother. You know, you're going to have to, financially, you're going to have to be secure. Like, you cannot come to me because you think I'm going to pay your bills.
And it definitely ain't finna give no, can we share a bank account?
No, we're not sharing no bank accounts. You know, I cannot deal with no baby.
Barely want to share a bed, boo.
Right. We don't even have to do that. We can just date on Tuesdays and Wednesdays, and I'll see you next Monday for lunch.
It would have to be Tuesday and Thursday because we have church Wednesday.
Yeah. It's far more than looks to me. Like, I was joking a while ago, but it's far more than looks to me. Like, you're gonna have to be self-sufficient. I'm not your mother. I'm not paying all your bills. I'm not dealing with any crazy baby mama drama. I'm not dealing with you entertaining a bunch of women. We are grown. You either know what you want or you
hit
don't.
The road, Jack.
Right. And if you don't like dogs or animals, then you're not the one for me either.
Oh, Lord, honey.
Yes.
Don't say nothing about her dog. I
Because
about lost my job.
Yeah, you sure did. You sure did. I said, what did you say about Falcon? Yeah. And the main thing is, everywhere I go, people notice me. And I'm not trying to say that in a conceited way, but everywhere I go, someone comes up to me. It's either a woman telling me her story, or a kid wanting to hug me, or somebody. He's going to have to be okay with that.
Yeah, no shade. You can't be scared of the public, boo.
Right. I mean, he doesn't have to be on video. We never even have to tell the world about him at all.
But you also got to think, say if you go out in public, somebody's going to be messy.
Well, they might, but he has to be okay with people talking to me. He has to be.
Right.
You know, he has to be secure in his manhood.
Nothing controlling.
Yeah, I can't deal with anyone that tries to control me. You're not going to tell me what I can eat. You're not going to tell me what I can wear. You're not going to tell me where I can go.
Right.
I can't deal with any of that anymore. Like, so I honestly sit here some days and I'm like, I don't think I'll ever be with anyone ever again.
Well, I was just going to say, friend, coming in as a friend and as an employee, I just think you have a lot going on right now, and I don't think relationship, I don't think that's the main focus for 2026.
It is not my focus at all. Like, honestly, it's
you got
not
too much lined up.
It is not my focus at all. I'm not seeking out anyone. I'm not looking for anyone. If and when I find someone, it is going to be all on the Lord. I'm telling you. I'm 100% honest in that. It's going to be someone he sent me, and I'm going to 100% know that's the one for me, because I have so many other things that I'm focused on. Like, no.
Okay, so you have mentioned to me that you wanted to empower women.
Uh-huh.
what does that look like for you in 2026?
Well, I don't know yet what it's going to look like, but I can tell you what I'm hopeful for. You know, I want to be involved in workshops. I want to be involved in outreach programs. I want to, you know, be involved and help support single moms and safe spaces for healing. You know, I want to pour into women the way no one poured into me. And that's one thing with my books, with my skincare, with the podcast, everything I'm doing. I'm trying to pour into other women, and I'm trying to empower them, and not just women, you know, people in general. Life is so hard, and we have so much negativity and so much, you know, negative influences around us that I just want to be a positive space for some people. You know, I want to not be afraid to share my struggles, to not be afraid to share my stories, and to say, look, this can be done. You can do it. It's okay. You did go through it. There's nothing to be ashamed of. Where do we go next? And, you know, I really want to educate and encourage women. That's why I have my life coach certification, you know, to get to the point where I can educate women and I can encourage them and I can help them grow. And, you know, not just women, the young adults, like the kids are our future generation. You know, if we don't pour into them, who is? So that's really my main focus. Like, I love community outreach. It's my jam, you know.
Well, let's talk about more of the community outreach. What local outreach would you like to help?
Well, I love the animal shelter. So I'm constantly looking at little things that, you know, they post on their website all the time, things that they need, and I'll drop supplies off. Or, you know, they have little events at the Printer's Ale, and I go back there. They have a little event.
Have a pet and zoo?
Yeah, they did. And then, like, they have an event in December that I'm going to. So I'm really big into the animals. And that sounds weird because you're like, well, you're empowering women, but animals have been so healing for me and therapeutic for me, and they bring me so much joy. And so I just know they bring joy to other people. So that's one area I like. And of course, the kids. I love going to the schools, reading books to the kids. I love talking to the kids and doing things with the kids. And I do that with my books. So,
well, instead of local outreaches, would you want to start one of your own?
Eventually, maybe one day I would love to. I would have to have some direction because I don't even know how I would do that or go about it. But yeah, I definitely, like, I'm going to be honest with you. Every month I take like 25% of my wages and I donate it either to local places or our church or wherever. But I mean, one day, maybe in the future, if I had my own organization to do something or a charity event or give back, I would love that, you know?
And I love that.
I've had a couple of charity events that I've went to this past couple months. I have a couple scheduled for December. I think giving back is important. I think it's biblical. I think it's what we're supposed to do.
And it's like around this time, it's very like, it's bittersweet, but then also like sad too, like the angel trees.
Yeah, and I picked up an angel tree today from the gym. It makes me very sad because this time of year is about the birth of Jesus, right? But the holidays have become so commercialized, it can make you feel like you're inadequate, like you're not enough, like like I can't do this, you know. This is supposed to be the time of love and giving and not just giving material things, but
the reason and not what it's made out to be the season.
Right, you're exactly right. But, you know, I think giving back is important. It's important to me, and it's important for the people around me. And I try to surround myself with people that are like-minded. And, you know, I love that, you know, like you're doing an angel, and like that's part of having an empowering community around you. Like, I'm empowered, but also all of my friends, you know, they're empowering me, and we're just
growing together.
That, yes. Yeah, we're growing together, and I love how that looks.
For a friendship, you know, obviously you're one of my friends, but you're also my boss. But our friend group is so, I feel like it's so strong and uplifting, and I just love that.
Yeah, it is. And imagine if we just had so many communities that did that instead of trying to tear each other down.
Exactly.
So, you know,
but, you know, nowadays, instead of coming together, everybody thinks it's a competition.
Right. And it's not. It should be a collaboration instead of a competition.
Amen.
And I stand
Put that on a t-shirt,
I
honey.
stand firmly on that. We should collab instead of compete.
Period.
Yeah.
So, Crystal.
Yes.
When you was on that treadmill talking to the Lord.
Okay.
Did y'all at least talk about fashion? Because I know you love fashion.
Oh,
honey.
we did. We talked about fashion. Me and the Lord, we had some conversations about it. You know, I love fashion. You know, there's a boutique around here, honestly, that I'd love to partner with.
Oh, so you do see that becoming a part of your future?
I mean, maybe. I'm praying on it. There are a couple of boutiques I'd love to collaborate with. I'd love to do events, you know, confidence fashion nights, you know, fashion shows. I love fashion. I love to express myself and be artistic, and I love to see other women do that. You know, we don't all have to fit in. We don't all have to look alike to love each other. So fashion, I mean, I've got my sewing machine. I really want to create custom pieces.
So you want your own fashion line, clothing line, anything?
Maybe one day. I don't know. I mean, I wouldn't be opposed to it. Right now, I have too many other things I'm trying to focus on.
Right.
But, I mean, I definitely have my sewing machine that I'm going to create me some custom pieces for. And maybe if you learn how to operate that sewing machine, you could create other folks some custom pieces.
Well, honey, I'd have to have a lot of fabric for these legs, boo.
But
how do you think they finna react to that? Because some of your outfits piss these folks off.
They do. I don't know why. I mean, who says we all have to match?
Right, because who
says we have to? No, you put on something that makes you happy and makes you confident, and I love that. It makes me so happy. But when I mentioned collaborating with boutiques, it would not be like this is what I do every day. You know,
right.
every 2 or 3 months, just show up. Hey, I'm Crystal. Let me step into Kaysen's boutique here and show you these hottest trends Kaysen has. You know, boost their business, be an influencer for them, help them grow their business. You know, it'd be something fun for me to do.
And then they could also give you feedback and tips to, if you wanted to start your stuff.
Yeah.
Know?
So I mean that would be awesome. That would be fun. I've even considered you and Courtney, right? I mean, y'all work, y'all make the shirts, y'all do all that, like moving y'all into a spot for a storefront, but I don't know. We got to see.
Hold on, so I'm getting a promotion off that heat press, honey. Woo, yes, got it in.
I don't know. It's just things that I think about. You know, I'm like
on that treadmill.
On that treadmill, talking to the Lord. I'm like, you know,
well, that treadmill need to sponsor you, boo. It need to say Crystal on that treadmill. Okay.
You know, I just think about it like, you know, we were talking this morning about a storefront. You know, I used to have a boutique. An online boutique where I sold clothes, I sold jewelry, sold things, but I had to let that part of my life go when the ex-husband got sick and, you know, he was in the hospital for so long. I miss it. I do miss it. It was a lot of work. If I brought it back, it would be way different than it used to be, but fashion, I love fashion. It's a big part of my life. I love throwing outfits together, putting them together, so.
And I think, honestly, a storefront would be so neat because, say, if somebody needs fashion tips, I know you probably wouldn't be in there every day because you run around like a chicken with your hair cut off every day.
Right.
But, like, maybe one day a week, folks come in and you help them put an outfit together and make them feel good in their own skin.
Yeah, it'd be cool. And, I mean, I could do my book signings there.
Right.
I could do my meet and greets there because, you know, I have book signings and meet and greets, you know, 3-4 times a month sometimes, you know. I mean, this skincare takes off well. I could sell it there. You know, I could do all type of things.
Right.
You know, it could be a one-stop shop.
That's opening a whole nother book.
It is, you know. So we definitely got to pray on it, see what the Lord has for us. I mean, we may even have a little room in there we could podcast out of instead of doing it where we're doing it now. We'll see. I don't know. I don't know what 2026 has planned, but I know I'm going in with a positive mind and high hopes, and I'm staying prayed up. And I know there's certain things in my life that I need to fast from, and I'm working on that. And so
would that count as TJ Maxx? Oh, sorry.
Fasting from TJ Maxx is just ludicrous. Like, why would you say that to me?
Well, you said you got a few things you need to fast over.
Well, it would not be the TJ's. I'm probably going there after we film this podcast. Lid's not coming home.
I got that Von Dutch purse, and I'll give you the money for it.
What kind?
I don't know. I just want a new purse.
Oh, I bet they do have one. I'll go down there and look. I'll send you a picture.
We should have went there when we went
to Ulta. We should have went there when we went to Ulta.
When we got that, what's it called?
Jelly Pop lip gloss.
Period, boo.
I do have some things I need to fast from. I do have some unhealthy habits, and I'm not talking unhealthy habits like that. It's like I can sit in some negativity. I can let someone's words ruin my day. I can overthink. Sometimes I stress instead of pray. I stress instead of pray. And those are some of the things that I need to fast from. So I'm working on that.
And I love that. 'Cause, honey, when Shopify was down yesterday,
I was losing it.
Woo,
Yesterday was Cyber Monday,
Yes.
and Shopify was so slow, and I was about to crash out.
it was moving so
And
slow.
that goes back to, I mean, a lot of the ways that I act now is like I want to control certain things, and those are things that I've really had to pray on in my life, that I cannot control everything. And I'm learning now to, I'm not trying to sound like Carrie Underwood, but I'm trying to learn how to like let Jesus take the wheel now. Because there's been so many things in my life that have happened to me that I could not control, where I got hurt really bad, whether it was me having to put the dresser in front of the door when I was 16 to keep someone from coming in, like I talked about on the last podcast, or being locked in the closet with no clothes on for 2 days, being chased out with a knife,
Right.
like we talked on the podcast, or, all this with my ex-husband. And there's been so many situations in my life that have hurt me really, really bad, that I blamed myself for, that now I sit and think that if I can control everything around me, then I won't get hurt again. And so that causes me to spiral sometimes. So I'm really having to learn how to let the Lord handle it, how to let his hand go in it, and me take my hand off of it and just let him work it out. So,
But look how far you've came.
I've come a long way. I still feel like I got a long way to go.
I'm proud of you.
Okay. Yes.
Thank you.
So, what is your question? I got off again. This ADHD gets you rolling, don't it?
Sure do.
Okay. Well, what's your question, honey?
My question is, what style describes you?
What clothing style?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Because we were supposed to get back on track to the
to the boutique.
Boutique.
Boutique, boo boo. What clothing style? I don't know.
You got a lot of different styles.
I think I got it's pretty eclectic. I got a lot of different styles I roll into one. Like, I'll pair some boho jeans with a vintage top and a classic sneaker. It just depends on really my mood.
Don't forget about the leather, honey.
Oh, I love me some
And
leather.
some lace.
I love
That's
leather
the L
and
and L,
lace.
boo.
Ooh, we could call it leather and lace. No, that sounds like a lingerie shop.
I wouldn't be mad at it. Hey.
No, I love leather. I love lace. I love animal prints.
Yes, definitely. And you love a good skirt, boo.
I love a good skirt. I love a good skirt. And I was never really...
I just wish y'all could see the amount of shoes this lady has.
Don't be talking about me.
I trip on one every day and about break my toe.
I'm just thankful now. Like, I feel like, if you want me to be honest, I feel like I can be more feminine now than I could when I was married.
I can see that.
I'm able to wear dresses and skirts and things like that. I mean, I could have wore them before, but I felt like when I was married, I was viewed as more attractive when I was in a Nike sweatsuit and Jordans. I feel like he was more attracted to me when I was in Nike sweatsuits and Jordans. And so now I'm like, I can really be more feminine now. And I mean, I've loved that.
I love that for you, boo, because who wants to walk around in just tracksuits?
Well, I don't know,
She's a
Casey.
runner.
She's
She's
a
a
track star.
You ran up on out of that one, boo. Thank you. Anyways.
What's your next question? So my style is pretty eclectic, I think. I don't know. I don't know that I could just narrow it down to one thing. If it's odd, I'm probably going to wear it. I don't want to look like everyone else.
Right. Same way it goes with not everybody wants to have the same personality.
Right.
Like, girl, boo. Hey, this is my last question about fashion.
Okay.
How does fashion tie into your confidence?
Well, it makes me happy. I think the colors and the bright colors and the patterns, they really make me happy. I feel free. I feel free from any chains that I felt in my past, because now I'm able to do and be whatever I want. And the only expectations I have to worry about are mine. I'm able to express myself artistically. Art has always been a big thing for me. And I think it shows my individuality. I think it shows my strength. And I think it shows empowerment because I am confident enough to know that I don't have to look like everyone else to be someone.
Period. And you've told me that multiple times, honey.
I have. And I stand on that.
Stand on it like the Statue of Liberty. And when I say stand on business, I want you to stand on it like you just the Statue of Liberty.
With my arm up in the air, like I'm in church praising the Lord with my
and
arm
light
up
a
in the
flame.
air. Oh my goodness, you are a mess.
Well, moving on.
Okay, what do we got now?
My next question is, well, I guess you could say next topic is, what is the reasoning or purpose behind everything you do?
My kids.
Okay, period, kiddo.
I mean, my kids and my dogs. I mean, that's why I wake up every single day. I mean, and I feel like a lot of men and women can say I'm only alive now for my kids. We have really been in those dark times where they're like, if it was not for my kids, I would not want to be here anymore.
Right.
And I felt like that. I felt like that where I cannot do this anymore. I do not want to be here anymore. I'm not doing it. But, I mean, my kids already lost a father. They can't lose a mother. Like, I don't feel like that now. I feel like I have a greater, big, huge purpose. But, I mean, my why every day is my kids. How can I create a legacy for them? I hope they learn resilience and strength and boundaries and courage and faith through, you know, this journey that I've been on, through everything that they've seen me through. You know, I hope they see a mom who rebuilt her life with grace. And I don't keep anything from my kids. I'm very open and honest and upfront with my kids. I keep the lines of communication open with my kids, but they are my why every single day.
Well, you just ate that up, boo. Ate me straight on up with that question.
Would you just had a whole lot of questions and I answered them all?
Most of them, but
Okay.
I do got a few.
Okay.
How do you want your kids to describe you one day?
I want them to say, my mom was a firecracker.
They can say that now.
I want them to be like, my mom was a go-getter. My mom was a hustler. My mom never gave up on anything she went after. And the main thing I want them to say is, my mom had no problem falling to her knees praying when she knew that she needed strength beyond what she had. I mean, there's been lots of people in my life who've inspired me, but there's been many times in my life that I've been alone. And he's been the only one that I could rely on or talk to. That's why we talk every day on the treadmill.
Period.
That's why we're going to talk 2 times today.
All right. How to give me something to drink?
Okay.
My next question is, where do you want God to lead you?
I want him to lead me where I can lead other people to him.
Period.
Don't look at me crazy.
That was good. That was smooth.
I mean, whatever role he puts me in life, whether it's life coaching, whether it's with this skincare, this podcast, whatever, I want his hand to be in all of it. That no matter what I'm doing, I'm leading one person to him. And if that's being done, then my purpose is served.
Served.
Yep.
Period. All right, girl. It's my turn to ask a few questions.
Okay. You've been asking questions the whole time. I don't know why you're acting like this is new.
Well, some of them were mine that I was wanting to know, but then also some were from what we asked the people.
Okay.
So, let's talk about your last name.
Okay.
Are we changing it or are we keeping it?
No, I'm not changing it. I mean, in the divorce papers, I said I was going to go back to my maiden name, but honestly, I'm not.
I mean, you got a lot of stuff under that name.
It would be so many things that would need to change. And honestly, I built a brand on this last name, and this name does not define me.
You better say
I
it
mean, I
again.
used to when I got married. I thought it defined me. I was like, oh, I'm getting married. This is no. This name does not define me. At the end of the day, I'm still a child of God, and I know who I am, and I know what I'm called to do, and I know what I'm going to do, and I'm going to walk in my purpose. This name is just a legal name that some man gave me, but it does not define who I am.
Bars. You ate that.
Yeah. So I'm
Jay-Z need to sign you on a record deal.
I'm keeping Williamson. I'm keeping it. That's what it's going to be. And,
CW.
you know, I told my dad, and I was like, Dad, are you going to be upset that I don't go back to Harper? And he was like, no, I know who you are. And I said, okay. And so we're keeping it.
Okay, well, speaking of that, any updates on the house?
It's still on the market. It's not sold. It's still on the market. Every day I battle with, do I just need to let it sell for what's owed on it? And you know, I don't know. It's something else I'm praying on, something else I hope that would happen. Like, you know, it's still on the market. It's still on the market. Would I like to buy another house one day? Of course. I can't buy anything until this house sells, you know. But
do you like where you're at now, though?
I'm comfortable in the apartment. I love it. It's my safe space. I have my animals there. All my kids are there. All my kids lives with me. Connor is about to be 23. He's a restaurant manager. He lives there with me full time. Mason's 19. He's a welder. He lives there. Lyd lives there. My main goal when I moved was that me and my kids are together. My animals are together. Would I like to have a house one day? I would. I would love to buy another house, but I can't do anything till this house sells. And we'll see. I don't know where that'll go. I don't know what that looks like. I was actually thinking about it today. Do I just need to let an investor buy it and just eat the equity? I mean, if you want me to be honest, I got probably $250,000 of equity in that house. But the way the housing market is now, the way the interest rates are now, I mean, I'm almost to the point that I would sell it just for it to be paid off. So that would be my final tie cut with him. Because is that a lot of money? It's absolutely a lot of money. Could I buy something else with that? I absolutely could buy something else with that. There comes a point in time in your life where you have to ask yourself, is it worth all the peace that I'm losing? You know what I'm saying?
Right, because I can only imagine when that house either sells or whatever happens to with it, the weight on your shoulders.
Right. I mean, when our divorce was final, we still had, you know, several loose ends we had to tie up. I felt so good when my cell phone was back in my name.
Right.
'Cause for a long time, I was still had my cell phone in his name. And when I was able to transfer that line over after the divorce and get it in my name, I felt so free and happy. And I was like, that's one thing off the list. That's one string cut. And then December 1st, I still had to hold the car insurance policy till December 1st, right? My car insurance was $15.49 a month. And now I don't have to have him or his car on my car insurance anymore. I feel free that that's gone. It can just be me on my car insurance. And so.
And you're saving some money.
$1,100 a month I'm saving.
So we can go to TJ Maxx.
But I really, I think every day on this house and what I'm going to do and what the best thing is to do. In the beginning, I was like, I spent blood, sweat, and tears rebuilding that house when it flooded. But now, honestly, I'm almost at the point where I'm like, you can have it. You
just
can
throwing
have
your hands
it.
up with it.
I mean, the money would be nice, but the money's not everything. And I try to do the right thing. And at the end of the day, I know the Lord is going to bless me with where I need to be, whether that house sells or not. So that's where I am with that. And I get people every day that are like, did your house sell? No, it's still sitting there, bud. Still sitting there.
Collecting dust.
Collecting dust with pumpkins growing in the backyard.
Wait, for real?
Yeah.
Oh.
Them pumpkins were like as big as your head. Basketball size pumpkins.
Well, my head's small, so I'm just playing.
Nah.
Anyways, we about to wrap this thing up because she's finna go back to the gym and talk to the Lord.
Sure am. Gonna go back and get on that treadmill, boo.
Well, I hope you walk it out, boo. But
Walk it out.
speaking of the gym,
Okay.
you gonna start releasing them workout videos?
I post my workouts every day on either Facebook or YouTube with a picture, with the workout videos.
Oh, well, they said that they don't be seeing them, honey.
I post them every single day. I don't know why they said that in the comments, but I post them every single day. Like, this is not new. I've been weightlifting and working out for years. Like, it does something for me mentally. It helps me mentally. But I post them every day. I got you.
Well,
You need a workout plan? I got one for you. Are you ready to go with me to the gym?
I think I already work out enough with that heat press.
Oh, okay. You pressing them shirts.
Yeah, I'm busting out the seams.
Busting out the seams. Okay.
Well, anyways.
Anyway.
That was the last of my questionnaire.
That was the last. So you're done.
I'm done with the questions.
Okay.
I think I know too much now.
Oh. Well, anyway, guys, if you're listening, you're allowed to rebuild. And that's what this podcast was about. You know, I released a podcast a couple weeks ago of telling you where I started from. And this podcast is telling you where I'm going in the next year, you know. So if you're listening, you're allowed to rebuild. 2025 tried to bury me, but 2026 will reveal me. And I say all the time, if I was able to do all those things while I was broken, imagine what I can do healed. And that goes for you too, right? I'm walking into it unpolished. And you hear the word unpolished a lot. You know, my beauty line, my skincare line is Unpolished Beauty. My podcast is Unpolished with Crystal. My photography page, well, no, it's Crystal Williamson Photography, but I use the word unpolished a lot. And I like the word unpolished because it reminds me that you do not have to be perfect in a world that expects perfection. Because you don't have to be perfect. God did not call us to be perfect. He only called us to be present. And so I love the word unpolished. And that's where the word comes from. I'm walking into it unpolished. But I'm also unshakable. So thank you all for listening.
Thank you, boo. Love. Oh, was you finna close it? That show
Go ahead. You go ahead, take the charge, honey. I'll see y'all next time.
Love, peace, and hair grease. Okay, bye.